Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Lleida or Lleida, Spain. The Catalan language pronounces it a little bit different. This is like one of the oldest settlements here in this region of Spain, the Catalan region. It goes back all the way to the Bronze Age. And what we're going to take a look at today is we're going to take a look at a church and a castle and everything that it's called the Castell del Suda, I think, and it's right up here on the hill in Lleida. And the church itself dates back to about 1203, and I think it was built maybe on a mosque that was here before it. So anyway, the castle is closed. It's only open on the weekends, and unfortunately we don't get to see it, but the guy at the front desk told us that the castle's just kind of blah. The main thing that you want to see is the church. So anyway, let's walk through here, and we're going to enjoy this today. This is a real treat. So we climbed all the way up on the hill, and this is the view you have. So this is the town, and you can see this is the fortifications up here. And kind of the highlight of this is this Gothic cathedral. And you can see this from miles away. I mean, it kind of stands out. So you definitely want to come up here on the hill. So that's the church, and over there is the castle. And you can walk around. It's a pay site to go in. It's €5 right now, €7 during the high season. And you pay to go inside, but you can walk around the grounds and take pictures of this fantastic building and fortress for free. So anyway, let's go into here. We'll look at the church first. And this is really, really cool. We have a little data plate over here. Now there's quite a bit of history to it, and kind of the famous part of the history is really a bloody time. Like in 1700, the king died and he didn't have any successors. So there was basically a civil war, and like the Duke of Orleans attacked over here, and they laid siege to the town. And I think the town fell in 1707, and it was kind of a bloody occupation where they destroyed most of the Gothic quarter of the town, and a lot of people were killed. But check this out. This is fantastic. These columns are just beautiful. Yeah, they say most of all the cool architecture was destroyed. And this was actually used as a military base for a couple hundred years. Okay, so we got to go over here and we'll go inside. You can see over there, there's like the little guard posts, and the walls just kind of make kind of like a star pattern. It's kind of an interesting style. And then you can see some more of the battlements over that way. And then right over there is a really cool old church. We drove by it, but we didn't stop. Might have to take a look at it whenever we get down here. Yeah, so that's all closed up there today, but we can see it. I think the views from up there would be fantastic. You can see the walls and everything. 13th, 14th century. Lots of history here at this complex. So right inside here, this is where you buy your tickets. What a ticket office though. And you can see some more of the styling in here, all that Gothic. Oh, it's really cool. You can see some of the old murals that are still intact. And we'll go into here. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, I really, really like seeing stuff like this. All right, so where to begin talking about this? You have these really cool arches, all these little columns here. You got a bell ringing. You can see the brickwork. It goes up towards the other part of the church. Yeah, so this cloister right here, they consider it to be the largest in Europe for a Gothic cathedral. It is just absolutely massive. The columns are pretty cool. It has like a flower motif, and it has like the gargoyles mixed in amongst the flowers. So this was started in like the 13th century, right, this part of it right here. And it is unbelievable. Check this out. Just look through the columns and you see that back part over there. Oh, that's really, really something. You can see the columns have kind of weathered, and you can see the tops of those there with the flowers and stuff. Yeah, the gargoyles are seeking refuge in a time of abundance. I think is what that stands for. And they've used this for different things, receptions. They've used it for like refuge, times of trouble. People could come over here and stay in this cloister. You have a little break in the wall right here. And they have this little courtyard right in the middle. Oh, and you see the gargoyles up there at the top too. Oh, it's really fantastic. Okay, so this is really a cool sight. So I see these arches here, and then you got the bell tower right behind it. Oh, really, really cool. And these are kind of like a lotus bud shape. And then you have a big wheel there. That's really cool. And you can see the gargoyles. And so right there you have Jesus on the cross. Oh, it's unbelievable. Let's keep walking around in here. We could spend hours and hours looking at all the little stuff in this place. Yeah, so they had murals painted all in these little cubbies. Looks like they have like a coat of arms or something over there. Yeah, and this is just the little cloister. You can see the columns. Oh, it's just unbelievable. All right, so let's see if we can go up into the top of the bell tower. This is going to be a little bit of a climb. It's 60 meters high with 238 steps. And at one time there were 11 bells in here. And one of them weighed 4,600 kilograms. So out of the original 11, only 2 remain. And they've put in a couple more bells. There's like 5 new ones that they ring on holidays. So we have a spiral staircase here, and we're gonna shimmy up this baby. Now this bell tower was built in the 14th to 15th century. All right, so I'm halfway up. They have a little room that's locked here. You can see the bells. And all right, let's keep on going. All right, so we're almost to the top. They have a little platform here with one of the bells that they use here, and then a smaller one. This one doesn't, it's still in use. I see it's got a little side thing there. This is a massive bell. But you come out of the stairs there, and then you have another little stairwell right here. It's got a low roof. All right, let's go up here to the top. All right, so there's a stairwell, and we made it all the way up here. Oh, it's a short door. It's quite hard to get up here with a backpack on. Oh, so 238 steps, 60 meters straight up. But we're treated with this view. Oh, this is fantastic. And that's all the fort and the part of the church and stuff. So this is what Lleida looks like from up here. You can see this farmland out that way. A lot of olives, a lot of grapes, and then some more fortifications over there. Yeah, I thought about bringing my drone to Spain, but you don't need to have a drone with views like this. Oh, this is really cool. Yeah, so you can see what the fortification looked like on that part, like a little pillbox over there. All right, let's go back down and let's look at more of this place. All right, so Bun made it back down. Yeah, that was a bit of a climb. It was pretty fun though, and some fantastic views. I just can't imagine the work that goes into that. I mean, they'd carried all those rock up there to build that, and then they would have hoisted up that bell to the top. So if you could imagine hoisting up 4,600 kilograms up to about 55 meters above ground, it would have been quite an undertaking. So you have some of the seals here, kind of like what was on that back wall They carved that into those stones. Look at that up above that door right there. Oh, it's really, really impressive. Oh, this is cool here too. So this is the backside of the church. So look at the style here. Oh, that's really nice. And that's just above the door here. And then here's the door into the church. And check out that doorway. They put some flowers over here, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so it looks like we have a ceremony going on in here. Oh, that's beautiful. You can hear the sound perfect. So they're playing right up there. The acoustics in this building are very, very nice. Oh. This building right here itself is worth the €5 to see. So this church, the first stone was laid in 1203, but they did the preparations for it 10 years before. And the first church service was in 1278. And all of this has been damaged. I mean, it used to be a lot more ornate, but whenever they used it as an army barracks after the Peninsula War, a lot of the stuff was damaged or destroyed. But what a massive, oh, what an absolutely massive building. So we have a couple of the saints here. Oh, it's so weathered. And just look at these massive columns. I tell you, looking at this church, it honestly is just beyond words to describe how amazing this is. My camera is not going to do it justice. And the music is a nice touch. So we're right in the middle of it. So they have a Jesus right there on the cross. Just look at this massive dome. And we have some of the murals still here on the walls. Looks like they're trying to retouch them up. You can see where they're drawing the outlines to repair them maybe. Oh, just colossal. Oh, it's amazing. This is the best thing I've seen all day, that's for sure. So if you're here giving a sermon, your congregation will be sitting right there amongst these massive columns. And you see those arches and the windows up there. Oh, just absolutely amazing. All right, let's see what else is here at this place. This is going to be tough to beat. So it looks like this part over here, they have it blocked off. Back in the Middle Ages, it was pretty common in these churches for people to be buried in the floor. And there was so many people that wanted to be buried here that they ran out of room. So they took some of the structure apart to put more people, give more room. And so they had like high-ranking clerics and stuff that were allowed to be buried here. And what they saw that is if it kind of saved your soul if you're buried here in the church. That was kind of their thinking. Here's some of the what this would have looked like back whenever it was painted and everything would have been new. Oh, it would have been just absolutely fantastic. This little room is kind of showing you what it would have looked like back before it was converted into an army base. They're trying to restore it and kind of give it the look of what it used to be. But all of these would have been painted blue. There would have been murals in here. Oh, just the grandeur of it would have been amazing. I almost fell off a step. So they have some more murals here. Painted up there. It's pretty faded. You can't use a flash photography right there. They're trying to keep it protected. So this is the Chapel of St. Thomas. I tell you, I can't tell you how cool it is to hear the music playing while you're walking through here. So this would have had murals also. There's just a tiny bit left on the wall. They have a little exhibit over here with some of the old rifles talking about the transfer from being a church to a military camp in 1707. Some pretty cool old pistols and a sword. Oh, this is a beautiful mural here. So you have Jesus on the cross and all the soldiers around and all the people. They had somebody stabbed with a sword there. So here you can see a little bit of the murals, and then look at all that soot from burning of the candles over the centuries. All right, this was absolutely amazing in here. And this is the little room right next to when you first come in. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Still has some of the old existing murals here. So this room right here, they call it the conical house, and this is where the old leaders used to meet. So after they pushed the Moors out of here in 1149, the city leaders got together and they planned the building this church up here. So the mosque that was here was a new mosque, and they were using it for Christian services. So they came up here to plan on building a church. And they say the room looks way different than it did whenever they first were using it. Now there's not a whole lot to see in here, just a little bit of the stuff, the molding and everything that's left up there on the walls. You can see the bricks and the arch and stuff like that. So we're at the outside here. So look at that bell tower. So we were way up there, 60 meters up. And then this is the gift shop entrance, and back there is the church. What a amazing building. And then over here is the fort. And the fort is closed today, so we can just see it from out here. And then down here is the grounds. We see all the little pillboxes and everything over here. And I think they call that the Lion's Gate. And over here is the Lion's Gate. Now we came up on the back side of this and we went through a tunnel that was cut into the back of the hill. It was probably, I don't know, it was like 100 meters long. It was kind of cool. This is pretty massive here also. So this would have been the gate to keep people out. You can see why it's called the Lion's Gate. Looks like a lion right there in the plaster. And they had a little drawbridge. Just an amazing amount of stone they hauled in here for this. And it's one last look here at the front. So they had a gate here and a gate back there. And then here's for the water. And then up there is the church and the bell tower. So you can see that bell tower from far, far away. Absolutely amazing. So I made a mistake a little earlier. This is actually the Lion's Gate. And this is the one right here at the bottom of the hill. This is a super busy place. It's narrow. Cars got to juggle their way around each other. And this is the actually outer wall here. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this amazing church and fort and everything here in Lleida. This was really a pleasant surprise. It was definitely worth the €5 to get in during the low seasons. €5. If it's €7, it's worth €7 to pay whenever it's the high season. I would definitely recommend it if you're over here. Climb the top of the bell tower, see everything that you can see here, because this is just absolutely amazing. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, smash the like button. If you've been here, or if you have any questions or comments about it, just leave me a message down below. If you've been here, I really want to know what you thought of it, if you were as impressed as I was. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. This is what I do. I show you things that interest me, and this interested me today. I mean, how could you not be interested with that humongous bell tower? Anyway, subscribe, stick around, and you get to see other videos I do. And until next time, from over here in Spain, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.